Hey, I might know who this is.
Wow, this is one of the heaviest one I have to talk about. Okay.
Testing. 1, 2. Cannot go home and visit my parents. Yeah, short and sweet, but it is so true. So many of us are facing this. But a great thing about today compared to yesterday is connectivity. Do your best to stay in touch. You've got the internet, you've got the WhatsApps, you've got the Facebooks. Contact your family regularly if you miss them. We gotta do our part. Everybody's gotta do that part. Basically, social distance. We gotta do our best. So, suffer together.
I remember the first MCO. I was excited to work from home. Best, right? Stay at home with parents, save money because they cook. No more traffic. Now coming into the third MCO, I just can't stand being at home anymore. It's like schooling days all over again. Parents keep nagging. I can't take it anymore. Well, if you think about it, you still avoid traffic, you don't have to pay for your food because your parents cook for you, and you don't have to travel to the office. The only thing that you need to deal with right now is actually your parents that's nagging at you. And sometimes I feel like parents actually know best. But if that is something that's bothering you, why not sit your parents down, talk to them and explain how you actually feel about them, and hopefully you guys can work something out from there.
Okay, next one. Bored. That's it. Bored. Yeah, we're all bored. Well, I don't know, do something. Play a game. Exercise. Get back to work. I don't know. Bored. How about you go to the counter, go to your table or something. Put soap on the floor and do that floor exercise thing, no? Okay, at least you're doing something, alright? Short and sweet.
My home doesn't feel like a home anymore. I wake up and it's work. My bed, eating table, couch, balcony, spaces that I used to call my safe space from work have turned into office spaces. This is definitely something a lot of us can relate to. But I guess sometimes making slight changes to your interior or shifting furniture around could actually help instead of doing your work at the balcony, or designate a space for yourself just for work. And I think that would actually help shift your mindset a little bit and make other spaces and other parts of the house more homey.
I think I'm gonna be fired soon. Every week another person leaves the team. Because we work from home now, the company is cutting any redundant workers. Don't these people realize one day MCO will lift? Or maybe they are always looking for the perfect reason to fire us just to cut costs. But I'm damn scared now. Yeah, man, I know. Since MCO 1, basically, a lot of people have been retrenched. A lot of my friends have been retrenched from their respective companies. So sometimes we gotta also think about the companies as well. They have costs. They have running costs. Sometimes they need to cut costs so that they can survive, to keep their doors open. But not knowing if you're gonna get fired, that's scary. It's really nerve-wracking. How are you gonna do work when you think you're gonna get fired? So one, I would suggest, if you could, speak to your higher up and find out. If they are saying they don't know, maybe, yes, then obviously that's suggestion number 2. Put out some feelers. LinkedIn, JobStreet, find options. So if anything happens, you might get a call from somewhere and you can actually pick it up and you can actually go for an interview, and basically you can save yourself. So yeah. Good luck, man. Good luck.
My marriage of 3 months is already reaching a boiling point. You think you know a person, but it's not until you live with them 24/7. When we were dating, we never stayed together because of our religion. And during dates, naturally we put our best self forward. But it's after marriage and through this lockdown, I never knew he could be so cruel, so judgmental, so hurtful, and have such bad habits at home. How I wish I was never so quick to marry him. Wow, this is one of the heaviest one I have to talk about. As cliche as it is, communication is definitely the key to most relationships, because without communication and sorting things out, there will be a lot of assumptions, and assumptions normally leads to fights. I'm not too sure how open your partner is to hearing you out, but if that is, out of the window, perhaps you can always consider counseling or getting advice from friends of how to deal with this kind of situation. You can always confide to people that you trust. Emotional or even physical abuse is unacceptable, and I really hope that throughout this lockdown, it helps you guys gain a better understanding of each other, working things out first and making sure that you covered all your bases and covered all the perspective and covered pretty much everything before you make a final decision is crucial, especially when it comes to a relationship.
Depression and sadness. Oh yeah. I totally understand that. I myself have gone through that quite a few times actually. I think one of the best things you can do is basically to communicate, reach out. It doesn't hurt to reach out to friends, family if you have. It really helps being able to talk about things, anything really, honestly. But if you have been trying and nobody is answering, because sometimes that happens, I understand, then you can look for help. We're gonna put links in the description for helplines so you can find help. So let's do our part. Let's take care of each other, alright?
Hey Malaysians! If you enjoyed this episode and would like to be part of the next one, click on the link below to submit your anonymous story. Till next time.